Welcome everyone to another episode of the Plastic Arts Podcast, the show where we break down the video game news of the week. My name's Fonzie. I'm joined by my co-host and indie game dev extraordinaire. He's checking into an Atari hotel near you, Gavin Jones.
I'm very curious as to that transition right there.
Gavin, today Atari just announced these fucking hotels.
Those look dope as shit, though.
Yeah, they're pretty. Well, at least the concept is futuristic. But I
want to see. I want to see a skateboarder like going up. I don't know how you do that without dying.
This is a very video game design for a building, but
that's so cool. Who is this for?
I don't know. So this is them restructuring their. So the actual article is from Nintendo Wire. Ben Forzetti is the author of it. So they go into explanation. Definitely give them a click. They talk about how they're restructuring the company a bit to kind of offer like an AR VR experience with these hotels. There's game themes. There's just like more stuff to do that's game related in these hotels. But we're looking at concept footage or pictures of it now.
So here's the thing: these people that are into like AR, VR, this kind of concept.
Yeah.
Are those people that grew up with Atari?
No, I think they're grabbing at the walls, like they're trying to figure out what's going to work. And I think some mogul said, "Hey, like if we can use your name, we can get you on a fucking hotel." So, okay.
I hope that's what it is.
Pay us and we'll do it.
This looks dope as shit, though.
The idea is cool. I mean, if you could open this up next to like wherever they hold E3 at or something like that, whatever the big PAX is, like this could be, if they brand these in the right cities, then yes, this could be a slam dunk.
And I guess really, like, you could just convert an existing hotel. It'd suck to have the room behind the things, though, the slats.
Oh yeah, unless the windows are hidden, but they're not really.
Yeah,
they're you have no window there.
Maybe that's a mesh. It looks like it could be a mesh. I mean, this is a rendering, so it's hard to tell, but
or
I don't
just
know.
Like
it looks
half
cool.
off the rooms with no windows or something.
Right. It's cool though.
Gavin, how are you?
I'm good. I'm tired. I started playing around 8 o'clock. I started playing Forager, and then I blinked.
I forget your love of that game.
And then I blinked, and then it was 1 o'clock, and I was fucked.
Yep.
So
you're chasing the dragon now, as they say.
I am thoroughly chasing the dragon. It feels like I might actually be getting somewhere because I did a thing. I defeated a boss 5 hours into this game.
Okay. Is it the first boss, or can you kind of avoid them, or like it's tied to what you're doing?
I have no idea.
Gotcha.
I have no clue. I think it's the first boss. I'm pretty sure this game has an end.
Because is there a campaign or some kind of like trajectory?
I think so.
Okay.
And I get that's probably also the feeling, because I know one time like I bought an island and then I saved and quit, and when I came back it looks like that didn't save, that I bought this new island, because that's how you expand the world around you. You buy new islands.
Oh, okay.
And kind of grow the world in whatever direction you want. Which is sort of neat because it matters what direction, because it'll be like snow's up here or graveyards over here.
That kind of reminds you of SimCity or City Skylines, where you can decide where you expand, and there's different territory with that.
Mm-hmm. But I get when I came back and I bought that same tile, it was a completely different tile.
Oh.
So I imagine that's what adds to the replayability of this, is like you don't know what game you're gonna get. It could just build you something, because these tiles have like pre-built puzzles, or like it seems like there's generally a way to win something on that tile, which will be helpful. So I imagine that makes it really replayable when my strategy's got to change next time. Like yeah.
Well, that was one of my questions too. Is it procedural, or are they crafted to some degree?
It's definitely semi-procedural, like it seems, but I'd almost give it less procedural and more just random.
Oh, interesting.
So it's picking like a random tile to put into place, and then you've experienced that adventure. But there's a certain method to the madness that you could call procedural. Like up north was the winter in different areas, but it's really cool.
What do you think about their demographic? I don't feel like I hear enough about it on online or whatever, like the interpretations of it, the reactions to it. But do you think it's more towards a younger crowd, an older crowd? Is it complicated enough where it's are they kind of in this middle ground where it's not for kids but not for adults, or for both?
I think it's really kind of for everyone. Like this game is kiddie enough. I mean, honestly, most of these survival games are kiddie enough that most people can play them.
Yeah.
Except for there is like
Don't Starve and that kind of
Don't Starve is adorable. It's very hard. Like kids are going to be challenged, same as adults, but Like a more adult one would be like The Long Dark. I can't think of another example.
You ever say Minecraft? How does that fit into that?
Yeah, Minecraft, absolutely. Yeah, Minecraft is phenomenal. I don't know. I've never played Minecraft, so I can't say if it has like those unique biomes like that. I assume it does. Like I know when you go down, it's like lava land. That's why you never dig straight down.
This hurts my heart and my brain. You describing. I assume there's Minecraft guy that you play as, and his
name is Steve. Thank you very fucking much.
It's just that's like the quintessential.
Well, I know you don't dig straight down. I know. Eventually, you can put these eyes or something into a portal, which takes you to
I've never done that, but
the thingy-majig, and you fight a dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Gavin, one day you will play. I would love to record you in the studio here. Actually, your first impressions playing Minecraft. I feel like there is more moments of terror when you are playing survival, and there's the skeletons. You're in a cave. It's creepy. You lose all your stuff. Like there are legit intense moments during Minecraft. So
I think it'd be very similar to there was a comic from Penny Arcade back in the day of Minecraft where one of the guys, he's like, I'm gonna play this stupid bullshit kids game, and it's like night one, I dug a hole and covered it up to hide from the skeletons roaming the earth. Day 3, he's got this massive fucking castle.
That's you learn like because you start with 0, so you really like just want to make sure like you're never at that point again. It's like starting broke and then you hit the lottery. It's like I'm never going to be at that point again. You know what, Gavin, I forgot to tell you I bought this special thing.
The fuck?
Because we've done this 50 times. This is our 50th episode.
Oh my god.
So I'm going to blast your face off. No, here we go. Whoa. So it's $20. No, I'm just kidding.
I like that.
Yeah?
This is like straight up. Is that reusable?
No, it's not reusable. Or it's a flashlight now. I don't know what you can. I don't know what you can use that for again, but yeah, it's interesting. Maybe a Pringles can. I don't know. It's up to you. But I got that in celebration that we've done this for some reason for 50 times. So
now you gotta clean this shit up.
Yeah, I'll just have.
None of that got into your drink.
No, yeah. I was gonna cheers you on that too. Do you have a little thing going?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, 50 episodes. That's not bad.
It's almost been a year. We've consistently met up for almost a year doing this.
It's crazy. It happens so fast.
Well, Gavin, before you cry on my shoulder, so you played. We got to play some Deer Simulator. How'd you feel about that game?
Deer Simulator. Yeah, that was.
It was something.
I'd probably stop there. I think you nailed it. There's nothing more to make.
It's just so wonky and wacky. It's
nice though.
I want to live in a world where that exists for sure.
It does really make me need to go play Omnibus though, because like Omnibus to me, like this reminds me of Omnibus, but like Omnibus is like they flesh that out into a full game.
I see. Sure.
Iron Bread joint. So is this made by the?
Well, someone had a heart attack.
Was this made by the Iron Bread people or?
I'm not sure. We will look at. I'll find the actual dev here, but I just have footage of the.
I did like that swinging.
The swinging kind of caught me off guard. That was pretty dope, actually. That's a cool mechanic.
It's a little bit skill based, which was nice.
I love just the human pose is just nuts.
While running, yeah, like the music for that.
It seems like I watched more footage after we played that there is some kind of I didn't see that, some kind of end goal or end point where you can.
The fucking Skyrim is that's right. You could ride a horse, which is.
Well, like there's that koala that's on the building too. It's like he seems like he's the end boss, at least for that demo.
Yeah.
But and then that weird trippy. I like it because it's so weird.
Oh.
Yeah, we never messed with any people, but can you burn
that? I did carry people.
Did we? Oh, okay. Well, did you do that?
I did not mount a raccoon. Oh, yes.
Whoa, I think every game needs to have that.
So it was a demo, right? Like we didn't buy
it's a
full
demo,
version?
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, God.
What the fuck? Yes, Red the fucking dragon. Well, this looks fun. maybe a full version would be fun. Just you run
so.
through it, you experience
Well, this is
it.
a game that's going to keep evolving, right? Just like a Goat Simulator, they're going to keep adding stuff,
right?
Fixing bugs, not fixing bugs, that kind of thing.
It's the kind of game you pay for. This mini game was fucking stupid. I hated it.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on there.
But yeah, I know I had fun. I want to fly that mech. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we didn't play very many.
No. I ate too much hot sauce and whiskey, and I almost died. But yeah.
But
nice. Well,
yes,
we have
next time. Yeah.
Next time we'll for sure get it down. Got some video game news for you, Gavin. I was going to start off with Torchlight 3. I don't know much about Torchlight.
I'm so sad. Now, Torchlight fans, I'm sure, are going to be hyped for this. But they've been originally what Torchlight 3 was going to be was like a pseudo MMO. If I remember correctly, and this is the part that excited me, was to get better gear, you need to go further into these environments. So you go out. You're going to, let's say you're going out into the forest biome. So you keep going out further and further away from your base. And the further away you get, the harder and harder it gets. So you're really risking it for the biscuit out there to try and get this high-level armor. There's no safety net.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Like, you work really hard. You have a lot of fun. You do these high-risk, high-rewards. And then... now,
what's the drama with Torchlight 3?
Well, they've changed because it was Torchlight something or other, and they're just like, all right, we're scrapping all of that, and it's just going to be Torchlight 3 now. So it's no longer got that. It's no longer a pseudo MMO. It's Diablo basically.
Oh, okay.
So which to me is a weird move, sort of, because so when Torchlight got big, it was so it came out around the same time, I think, or a little bit before Diablo 3 did. And so this was really cool, was filling that void. And then Diablo 3 came out, and it was not at all like Diablo 1 and 2. So people dove harder into Torchlight.
Oh, gotcha.
So this is the game we want.
Yeah.
It's more old school. Torchlight 2 is really good. So I thought this was a nice deviation, especially because right now, it looks like Diablo 4 is going to get people back to what they want with Diablo. But also there's Path of the Exile, which is kind of right now like one of the kings of the dungeon crawlers.
Okay.
So it's weird to see them go from really separating themselves from the pack and doing something way different and unique to possibly going back into a race that they can't win.
Gotcha.
So I don't know.
But now with them adjusting, there's more competition with them adjusting back to that Diablo style gameplay. There was a dev update. This is from the devs here.
Yeah.
That I was gonna put on here. I don't know if this is what you got to watch today, but
I did not. I just read an article.
First, we are renaming the game from Torchlight Frontiers to Torchlight 3.
Yeah.
We're doing this based on two things. First, the amazing feedback we've gotten from our alpha testers, and secondly, as you may
They hated it.
Did you play much of Torchlight 2?
I played 1 and 2 for a bit before.
Was it on PC, or was there ever console release with this kind of stuff?
It was I think it's PC only, but I don't know. Dude, is that guy building a what was up with the train? Which is cool. So you just buy it once. It was free to play.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
So, yeah.
What was it before?
I don't know. Maybe their own launcher?
Also, that crappy audio is my own speaker, but it's
not
not the actual feed.
Yeah.
It's a good-looking game. I do get hardcore, Diablo vibes from it, but
oh yeah, it's absolutely Diablo, and I think that I almost wonder if that was a bit of it too. It seemed like the new Diablo 4 was almost taking some ingredients from this game with how it progressed a little bit. So maybe that is, and that's the other thing. It's also soon it's gonna have to compete against that new League of Legends dungeon crawler.
Oh
sure.
So
like this formerly uncrowded sector is about to get very crowded, which is crazy. Also, hopefully, maybe we can get some other old school genres to get some attention, like RTSs, because basically there's one to play.
What is that now? I'm not very
StarCraft.
familiar. StarCraft.
And has no competition at this point.
Interesting.
So
And it's kind of fatigued a little bit at this point. I mean, it's going strong. They're still like
it's fucking
tournaments and stuff.
it's awesome, but they have no competition,
Right.
And competition breeds the
Yeah.
mass Twitch exodus. Why streamers are leaving? Oh my! What?
I don't really believe that. I think it's more.
I actually saw. I thought it was funny. I was like, "Oh, Shroud's back on," and I saw him on Twitch with 6,000, I think 6,700 views on Twitch, and I was like, "Oh, that's not." Oh, this is somebody's restreaming his account and just has all those views. And then I went over to Mixer, and I think he didn't even have that much more. It was like 7,300.
So Shroud is this like well-known Twitch
Yeah.
streamer. So his original stream on Mixer was less than like the.
No, it wasn't less. It was
Recorded?
still more, but it's
okay.
like
But
it's
not
crazy
much more.
that on Twitch it's almost more with this unofficial
Yeah.
stream, which I'm sure got taken down. There's another one that looked very similar because it was like type this in chat for skins or whatever. So I guess you're getting these unofficial restreams, which they used to have back in the day with this guy called fuck is his name? It was a League of Legends streamer anyway, and he streamed on this other service that people didn't want to go to, and his Twitch restream, which by all means, like he had nothing to do with it, so it shouldn't have been allowed, but it was huge. Oh, Faker was his name.
Oh, okay.
So he's one of the best League of Legends players in the world. So,
Gotcha. Interesting.
Yes, but Torchlight 3, so big news for fans of that game.
Yeah.
But again, Path of the Exile. So the people that wanted that Diablo itch, they have Path of the Exile. It's supposed to be phenomenal.
Gotcha.
And then they're gonna have real Diablo. And then this is gonna have to fight against League of Legends too. So I don't know what they're gonna do.
No, I mean, well, it's a good time to be a fan of that genre, right? Because now all these different, developers are competing for your time and for your money. So it's like, hey, you get to pick what you want to.
Yeah.
You want to dip your toes in.
And I guess it does have that feature too of this is going to be a premium game, whereas like Path of the Exile is free to play. So I'm sure there are caveats with that. That being said, I don't think any of the Path of the Exile players have ever complained about the free to play nature of it. So
it's not predatory. They seem to be like towing that line of.
I don't think so.
Gotcha. I never hear
I've
about
never
it. You're
played
right
it.
in the news as far as like because those games that do it the wrong way, they end up getting the spotlight. But we'll see what goes on with Torchlight 3. Having our next news article, if it decides to load, here we go. This is from IGN's Matt Kim. 10% of surveyed devs are working on a PS5 or Series X game. This is from GDC. I guess GDC does a poll every year, and so they've done it for the last 8 years. So for the past 8 years, the Game Developers Conference conduct a survey asking developers and industry members various questions about the state of the industry. Ahead of GDC, the organization released its survey results, including how over 10% of developers are currently working on a next-gen project. According to the survey, 11% of survey respondents said that their current game is being developed for the PlayStation 5, while 9% said their project is being developed for the Xbox Series X. Our Project Scarlet at the time the survey was conducted. They go into depth. They definitely give them a click and check out the article. But they just kind of actually have some data and surveys from these devs saying that we're starting to work on next gen. Although I think it's interesting, like we're transitioning into next gen, but the money right now is to be made on current gen. Like there's stats you can pull with PlayStation just doing gangbusters, PlayStation 4. It's like you'd want to for sure make sure your game's releasing on that in addition to next gen stuff, but not only next PlayStation 5 or Series X.
Right.
But so it's got some data. It's not gonna blow your hair back or anything, but it's happening.
Oh, it'll blow my head back. That's
You're like a little
like the ghost
Venkman or whatever guy we got over here. Is it Venkman or who's that character? It says his name.
It says on this is Stans, so Raymond Stans.
Okay, well, it looks like him.
Ray. Ray.
Gavin, our next news story here is from VG247. Konami has 2 new Silent Hill games in the works. I know you're not a huge Silent Hill fan, but this one seems
it's a cool series. I'll believe it when I
like
see
that it's
it.
coming back.
Both one of them is it's Konami. So one of them is a predatory mobile game, and the other is a pachinko machine.
Pachinko?
Yeah, actually, I don't know if they make predatory mobile games. I just assume they do.
Yeah, I wouldn't put past them.
Yeah.
The original article is from VG247. It's Emily Guerra writes, 2 new Silent Hill games are reportedly in development from Konami. The news comes from Aesthetic Gamer, VR pals at Eurogamer, a Twitter account that has accurately reported on game leaks in the past. According to the account, one of the games in development will be a soft reboot of the Silent Hill franchise. The other title will reportedly be an episodic experience in the vein of Telltale games and Until Dawn. Quote, in other news, while I'm dropping this stuff, and I think I can talk about this, I'll mention there is a couple of new Silent Hill games in the works, Aesthetic Gamer writes in a post. Konami about 2 years ago reached out to various developers to pitch ideas for 2 Silent Hill games. One a soft reboot of the franchise, the other an episodic Telltale/Until Dawn style game to go alongside the reboot. I don't know anything more than that though, but I sure do hope Konami's given in the appropriate budget found the right developer to make those games succeed. So you definitely give them a click, check on that link. But I like the idea of them going back into this and into these properties because they deserve more than what we got. We got that tease with. We played a little bit of PT, although we were frustrated with it. You could tell like there's a lot that they could keep mining with that.
Yeah,
this will be something different, I imagine, because they don't have Kojima anymore. But I always loved Silent Hill 2. That was one of the first games I played on PlayStation 2. It was very creepy, really fucked up, but I liked that atmosphere and that whole style of gameplay.
I was always a big fan of. We did. Open a beer, everyone. There was this phenomenal. Shoot, am I allowed to tell this story? Let's say somehow me and my friends were able to play an in development build of Silent Hill 2.
Yeah,
and it was almost improved because some of the wonkiness and the stuff that wasn't quite there, like music was missing, like it was just sort of goofy. And so, yeah, it was really genuinely terrifying at times, but also sometimes the animations just weren't in the game and it would just make you laugh your ass off.
And this was okay with Silent Hill 2, not the...
This was 2. So this is the one you played.
Yeah.
But I mean, Silent Hill's due for a reboot. People have been asking for it. I'm sure if it's actually good, people are just going to dump money into. Do
you think it would benefit them going into the VR space like they did with that Silent Hill or
fuck that.
Resident Evil?
Fuck that. That's too scary.
I understand for you and for me for slubs, but like everyone else loved that Resident Evil, the newer one, the actual legit entry.
Yeah.
I want to say it was 7, and then doing the VR option for that.
Fuck that. Can you imagine,
I'm
can you imagine playing the hallway simulator? What was it called? With PT in VR? No.
Yeah, no. Definitely fuck
that'd
that.
Kill people.
Yeah, so we got some Silent Hill news. Gavin, this one was pretty big. You sent this to me earlier, so we got
Activision Brazzers.
Is that Brazzers? Activision Blizzard esports leagues to air exclusively on YouTube, Google Cloud preferred provider for game hosting. That's pretty nuts. Yeah, I imagine like I mentioned to you, like some large amounts of money had to change hands for this kind of thing, right? Because now was Twitch just was there some kind of like deal that you know of, or was it just they happened to be on Twitch because they're the biggest?
I'm sure there was a deal, but also at the same time, like Twitch is where it's at right now. If you want the views, now the people at home know your shopping preferences.
I was looking at audio equipment here, and confetti. So it's that's. I'm sure it was a lot of money. I mean, even Call of Duty is surprising. So it's weird that you're getting a mover and shaker like that. Overwatch is just so huge on Twitch. It's got integration into Twitch, so you can do stuff. Interesting.
I believe through the overlays. Every Call of Duty release, there's the what's it called, like the race or the marathon to get max prestige level. That's always done on Twitch. I think it'd be sad to see that go to someone else. But I guess that's just Twitch is my preferred.
Yeah.
Hearthstone. Yeah, it'll be, I don't know.
Gotcha. Well, I want to get back to the future of Twitch too. Let's get through the article itself.
Sure.
From VG247, Stephanie Nunnally writes, Activision Blizzard has signed a deal with Google to make YouTube its exclusive esports streaming partner. The multi-year deal will see all esports events streamed live on YouTube worldwide except for China. This includes the Overwatch League, Call of Duty League, Hearthstone, esports, and more.
Worldwide except China.
I wonder if there's some issues there. As part of the deal, Google Cloud will serve as the preferred provider for Activision Blizzard's game hosting infrastructure in order to deliver superior low latency player experiences. Activision Blizzard will use Google Cloud because of its highly reliable global footprint, advanced data analytics, and AI capabilities in order to create a platform for building future gaming innovations. Definitely click on that article. Give them a view for Stephanie Nunnally over at VG247. You mentioned that these things were typically found on Twitch. What does that show for Twitch losing? We opened the show with talking about that high-profile streamer that's left Twitch for Mixer. I feel like what's more popular in the news is all these people, quote-unquote, leaving Twitch. But is that just a necessary, like that's inevitable with these platforms, rising like Google, like Mixer, is that just kind of inevitable with this kind of thing?
I think so, but I don't know. It's just surprising with some of these. Like, I mean, at this point, I almost thought to go to Mixer, right? Because like, to me, I haven't seen YouTube putting its money where its mouth is. Yeah. I've seen, we've seen Facebook put its money where its mouth is. We've seen Mixer very well put its money there, but I don't know that we've really seen YouTube do it. So this is interesting. I think it's interesting that they mentioned deliver superior low latency player experience. Right. For an event like this, who gives a fuck? I don't care if I have 5 seconds of lag to the event. I'm not there. I'm not.
No, that might be like that's what they legally or just quote unquote are saying. But it's really how much money you're offering us. Okay, cool. We're going to be on that platform.
Right. So it's strange. But I mean, it's also kind of funny of like the concept of, I was already watching these events way less. And it was usually just because they just happen to be on the front page. So I'm like, I'll see what's going on for a few minutes. Now I'm not going to see that. So I'm really not going to care.
Well, see, I wonder if there's a lot of people like that. They're losing those casuals that, they're on Twitch for watching something else and they kind of will put it on because they're fans of other stuff and they end up watching those things. Now they're losing that. Now you have to specifically find that stream, that event to watch in itself.
Yeah, I think the tricky bit will be if we start losing bigger stuff. So I think one that kind of hurts right now is EVO, one of the biggest fighting games in the world, or fighting tournaments in the world. One of the things that kind of stings with that is while it's good, it's very good. It's also streaming on or it's live on ESPN.
Oh, okay.
And one of the things that kind of sucks, and while Twitch still has phenomenal commentators for it, sometimes ESPN will snipe some A-team commentators. Like for the Smash Finals last year, I remember they got TK Breezy. I always forget his buddy's name. But they're just like, you get these two guys on the mic, and it's just stand up. They're hilarious.
Nice.
They're off the chain, and those are the guys you want doing the finals. So it's weird. So we lose a little bit there, but I can still watch it. Yeah. On Twitch.
So it's not just actually not pirating or like getting these high profile like players and actually the event itself. If you're finding the actual commentators too, like, so it's just like you're getting the whole, kit and caboodle where everyone's watching the event because of that.
Yeah.
So it's like a multi-tiered, thing to attack on.
Yeah. So this is, I don't know. It's interesting. It doesn't affect me, but at this point, it's a matter of time till it affects me. What event will they take that I care about? Like, will they get AGDQ, an awesome games done quick? Will they get the race to max prestige for Call of Duty? Right. What of my favorite events are they going to take?
Does that show then, or do you predict Twitch making more out there, not reactions, but like decisions to get more high profile content or keep that content? Do you think they keep letting this stuff slip, or do they find them spending their money more and doubling down on the people that they do have?
I mean, you can only split your money so many ways.
Or offering a better deal per streamer. You know what I mean? Like they can get more ad revenue.
Which they're starting to do. I mean, they've been doing that for a while. They're also starting to, pay big lump sums to sign streamers with them.
Gotcha.
So that's a big deal. Kind of essentially doing what Mixer is doing, but instead of, they buy their own streamer. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see where it goes from here.
It's weird because it's such a new space and it's already starting to change. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I understand that Twitch has been around for a while.
Yeah.
10, I want to say 10 plus years, or at least 10 years, but the last 3 have been
10,
really shifting and changing when they've been the juggernaut for so long.
Yeah.
But when you have in this space, like everything kind of changes and changes rapidly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, this is weird. We'll see where it goes. Right now it doesn't affect me. I assume it doesn't affect you.
No, I rarely. I'm just such a noob when it comes to Twitch and watching this kind of stuff. I'm kind of more of a YouTube kind of gal where I'm on YouTube and watching stuff there. So that's just me. I just kind of everything that I will watch ends up on there, and it's an easier, route for me to take. But yeah. We'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Gavin, our next news story here is near and dear to your heart. This is Journey to the Savage Planet. So I pulled up the Metacritic and some of the responses. One of them is from PC Gamer here. Of let's see who actually wrote this. Phil Iwanuk. Ooh, you got a name there, Phil. Phil Iwanuk. I'm gonna double down on PC Gamer gave him 84. Journey to the Savage Planet. What do you know about this game? Why did this kind of pique your interest?
So the reason I brought it up is this is sort of a moment of me kind of eating my hat. When I watched trailers for this game, I was getting some good hype, but I was watching trailers for it. I'm like, this shit looks boring. I thought the gameplay looked boring. I thought the graphics look okay. Really, like, this game was being hyped. I think it was shown off at like a Game Awards or some big thing.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here going like, man, this looks really just... Ooh, boy, just okay. And all these reviews are coming out, and people are like, yeah, it's fucking good. Like, the combat's actually hard, which the trailer doesn't, like, the videos don't show a good job of showing off. And maybe that's just it. Maybe the trailers do a legitimate bad job of showing off the game.
Yeah.
But it's
I haven't actually seen footage. I want to kind of get an idea of what the actual gameplay is.
Yeah. And apparently, I guess it was partially developed by some people that left, like, Rockstar? Or not Rockstar, but the Far
Obsidian
Cry
or something?
team.
Or,
yeah.
Far Cry. Okay, Ubisoft? Like Ubisoft
Yeah.
team? Gotcha.
But it's supposed to be funny. The combat's fun. The platform. I mean, it's a puzzle platformer. How long has it been since we got a puzzle platformer?
Sure. With the wackiness to it, I get Outer Worlds vibes to it. Or no, Outer
Worlds.
Okay, the Obsidian one. Yeah. That's the vibes I get with this kind of. I'm not sure if that's.
I think
the
just
same
an
kind
unfortunate coincidence of them having a similar color scheme and music.
But the lightheartedness of how you explore or the world itself, but maybe not as cynical or whatever. But
yeah, well, this game's all about like killing you, and
do you think you'll be playing this?
I think so. It's only if I pre-order it now, it's only $26.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
this strikes me as like it would be a Game Pass game. Maybe I'm just thinking of Outer Worlds or Outer Wilds. But.
Yeah, I think the only thing that worries me is when I was watching a review on YouTube, is they said that it can kind of have performance issues, which is surprising with how it looks. So we'll kind of see how my computer can handle it. That does remind me of something I wanted to talk about. Were we talking about Doom at all this week?
Yeah, I don't have anything pulled up, but I do want to talk about it because I've been watching a lot of breakdowns as far as, or like early impressions.
Sure,
so like IGN, other places have talked about it. No Clip talked about it.
Yeah, I watched the No Clip thing on it.
Nice. Did you watch the interview? They had a podcast and an interview with that Hugo Martin guy.
I mainly watched the No Clip thing on kind of the differences between Doom 2016 or whatever
with
it
the
was.
characters?
Just the differences between the game.
Gotcha.
And the actual...
So pulling up the actual
this
No
is
Clip.
what I watched. Yeah. So, but it's basically just explaining, the differences in the game, and it seems like. So I said like this game looks exactly like the previous one, and what they kind of explain how it's really not. Yes, it does look very similar, but a part of that is to make sure it runs blazingly fast all the time, which I think is a solid goal. So my computer might be able to run it.
Yeah.
The issue they kind of bring up is one of the big advancements in the engine is the world size. So these worlds are I think over double, which can munch your machine. And the other thing was the extreme destructibility of the enemies, which is hard to do, which is why games don't fucking do it.
Which I love that idea because I've seen gameplay initially I was like, I want to go in blind, but then I watched all this gameplay. It's like, this looks dope, and it's not taken away from the story or anything like that. So I've gone hardcore in it. But yeah, like you're able to pick apart these enemies, and it tells you that they're taking damage. And I love that idea. You don't need a bar. You can see, oh, I'm actually kicking their ass because stuff is falling off of them. Very much like, or sort of like Horizon Zero Dawn, where you're taking out the dinosaurs and all their stuff is falling off of them.
And something they kind of bring up, something I thought was very fun about the last Doom is like it was kind of this balancing act, not so much with your health, but a little bit, but with like ammo of like bouncing between different guns, maintaining your ammo properly.
Yeah.
And they kind of made it sound like in this new one, it's really going to be those 3 pillars: your health, your armor, and your ammo, and you're just bouncing around, balancing all that stuff, keeping it in play. And it was funny watching that interview talking about these enemies. The original design philosophy on Doom was make me think, make me move. And this guy had about 1,000 different ways of rephrasing that in the interview. Right. But that's what these games are: make you think, make you move. It's fast action strategy. It's just fun.
I really respect, especially getting that Hugo guy. He needs to talk. He needs to be the face of Doom always, because the way he explains the way they handle or looking at difficulty, it makes me respect the game more, because they're really thinking ahead. It's not this mindless, you're running around, running gunning kind of thing. There is that fun. He talks about the fun room, or the fun. God, he coined this term. It's like the fun aspect of it, anyways.
Right.
But where you're running around, you're gunning, but you're still thinking. It's still a chess, game at the same time. Yeah. You still have to strategize what you're doing. So it's deceivingly, smart with how it's tackling the gameplay. And they really respect difficulty in itself. Like I love games that are challenging, but they're crafting in the way where it's leading you to keep trying, even though you're dying over and over again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, he needs to keep interviewing and just promoting. This trailer is having a hard time.
It is.
But
it might be your computer, honestly.
It's definitely my computer smoking.
You're using up all the memory with recording audio, recording video, which is also probably recording.
I'm doing my
audio
taxes
as well.
in the background too, so
make sure to feature that on stream.
No, yeah, I'm super I'm so crunk and ready to play this game. I cannot wait.
Look at the size of this arena. That's way bigger. Clearly, like locomotion is a way bigger thing in combat this time around. Yeah,
one of the no clip interviews, they talked about how they just kind of go into depth on some of the characters, and some of them in particular are forcing you to move in certain ways just to keep you moving, keep you thinking and flowing around. And there's a real big emphasis on that. You have that extender kind of like grapple hook thing now.
From that's on your double barrel?
Yeah. You just so they're really just trying to get you to move around and feel like a badass.
You can see a little pole there for you to swing off
of.
I think the only thing that really looked dumb when I was watching the interviews is like when you're climbing on a wall. There's like a specific texture you can see.
I wonder how that's going to end up coming across, because you kind of have to slow down to do that.
Yeah. It looks real slow.
Yeah, it does.
And you're reaching out the hand like a fucking Uncharted.
I wonder how they just deal with that tonally to give you. Is that the time where they give you to rest before the next,
Well, they even said like that was
event.
Complaining about the last one is like when the downtime was there, it was too down. So they brought out like now they have tentacle porn.
You're right. Yeah.
Which
tentacles, but
I don't feel like I don't necessarily know that's going to make it better, but
I guess it gives you something to do, but you're right, because that is the issue, because you can't just be, redlining it the whole time. But when you do have that downtime, what do you do to still keep it fun?
Right.
That's a tough balance.
It was almost like maybe they gave, maybe they gave too much stuff to explore and too many collectibles to find. But at the same time, like a lot of people complained about that. I kind of liked it. I thought it was fun to explore the level and find stuff.
Yeah, I didn't get the sense that there was a lot of story as you got the time. Once you got a chance to breathe, you could then start digging into the story and figuring out what's going on.
Yeah.
But I started seeing some of the different outlets talk about it, and I'm just I can't wait.
How soon is this game coming out?
Because that was
March.
Pushed back, March 20. It? Yeah, it was pushed back 2 months, I want to say.
Oh, okay.
So March 20. So cannot wait. Ooh. Kevin, have a feel-good article. News story coming up, and not sarcastically either. But this one is from IGN. This is Joseph Noop writes, Fortnite Pro pays off mom's student loans during stream. Well, for some reason, that was a hard sentence for me to get out. The mother of a pro Fortnite streamer received a late Christmas present recently in a touching moment of charity and familial love in the video game space, according to the Loadout via PC Games and Aiden Conrad, who sports a follower count of 1.4 million people on Twitch, called his mother during a recent stream to inform her that he had paid off her student loans using the profit from his streaming career.
Damn.
Right. Before he revealed his deed, Conrad's mother replied in typical motherly fashion, saying she didn't need anything. And definitely give him a click at IGN. They go into depth on the article. It's just a really cool, just feel good article. Like it's really good to see that some positive,
I love the vicious, spicy bee try hard.
I didn't see that.
I've never heard of this kid before.
I mean, that's the beauty of the internet. It's like you have these people that are huge, but we have
He's
never
playing
heard
some Hearthstone.
And so this is AYDAN Aiden on Twitch here. This is the actual video of him. We'll play a little bit of it.
Good for him.
Yeah.
So this is the dream now. Is you go through school, and you have a kid, and you make them into a Twitch.
You mold them into a Twitch
Right.
streamer. Yep.
I believe this is the plot of Honey Boy right here. I need to watch that. By the way, is
it
it out yet?
I think it's in theaters.
Oh.
But like select theaters. Yeah.
I gotta see that shit.
But yeah, I mean it's a it's a great thing. It's to be able to do that.
Right.
I mean, it's too late, Mom. All of your school loans are already paid for.
Next week he goes, psych. That's
Well,
impressive. That's
yeah.
crazy. I can't believe I haven't heard of him. Because like that.
I mean, there's some people that are this caliber that I've never
Yeah,
heard
but you
of.
got that much money to pay off your mom's student loans in
Apparently.
like one shtick.
Apparently.
That's
Or we find out later it's like, well, I just left a book at college. It was like it was $5,000. She's like, well, I got taken care of. No, I'm sure it was. No, they mentioned in the IGN article here that it was like 100 and something at least $1,000 that they actually paid off. That Aiden paid off.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Hey, if you can do it, do it.
Good for
So
him.
let's see. It doesn't mention the actual thing. That's some of the money that he's actually earned is around $160,000 in prizes. I see, but I'm assuming with anything in college, it's incredibly fucking expensive that he just paid off. So
Right.
yeah, but just a little feel good article for you
Yeah.
for that ass, Gavin.
Get on your Fortnite.
Now I want to
this
get your take
article.
on this.
I don't know anything about this.
Well,
for the
so do
record.
I. I also know jack shit about it.
I was reading this going, what? Like, this is a character commonly made fun? I don't fucking know.
Well, it seems like so this is the story with Apex Legends that they
Yeah.
revealed a character, and it seems like that was a misdirection, and there was another character being revealed, and then that new character killed this supposedly
You
new
can
character.
even find and loot his body.
So Apex Legends, I cannot pronounce it. Apex Legends Season 4 Forge character has been murdered. This is of Jordan Ramey of GameSpot. Welp, what do you know? Forge is dead. After implying Revenant would be the next playable character in Apex Legends,
the
Respawn.
fuck is Forge?
Forge is that new teased like UFC MMA guy.
Thick boy.
Yeah, the thick boy for sure. Respawn messed with fans' expectations by announcing Forge would be the new character in Season 4, Assimilation. Now the developer has introduced another twist in the story by having Revenant kill Forge. You can see the deed being done in the tweet embedded below. It's a televised interview with James the Forge McCormick, which ends with Revenant sneaking up on the soon-to-be legend and stabbing him in the back. Let's see this actual
Looks like
tweet
Archer.
here. Right? So
How do I put this? But I'm a big sploosh. That's a. All right, less like Archer.
And so it's like a show in the universe, right, of Apex. It's something that's
I
kind of...
guess. What's this shoulder piece? Was he gonna be?
Although you could see them like bringing him back possibly in the future, right? Some kind of like cool...
Yeah. It's
The
sort of weird
reversal.
with him saying like Hammond Robotics, which makes me think of Hammond from Overwatch, which is, and we've got not the Wolverine, but who's the opposite of the Wolverine?
Sabretooth?
Yeah, we've got Sabretooth on that poster right there on the left.
sure.
Yeah.
You're thinking 2 steps ahead, Gavin.
Dude, everyone's playing checkers. I'm over here playing 3D chess, all right?
I'm playing Doom chess over there. So that's...
Jesus Christ.
yeah, it's pretty dark.
All right.
But it's a great way to... I just like that they're taking chances playing on the expectations of here's another character and like, oh,
Right.
psych, he's dead, and here's a new character.
That was kind of fun.
Right?
I kind of like that.
I'm not, like a huge Apex fan, But I respect what they do. I just like I've never jumped onto it, but I like that they're taking chances with that.
To me, it's kind of funny that I'm just like so out of the loop. I'm just like, who the fuck is Forge? Yeah, like when we watch the League of Legends things, I'm like, all right, so the lantern, right? So he broke in the lantern. That's where his dead wife is. I don't know what the fuck her cannon, but
this stuff's too nerdy. But over here, I love this lantern.
We tell you about Captain Gangplank.
I think I watched a video with him.
At
night.
God.
Kevin, there's some Half-Life news over last week.
Some Alex news. I
Alex.
hear this game is not short.
Apparently not. So they did an AMA, and so I pulled the article from VentureBeat. They actually summarized the AMA.
Yeah.
Harry Baker writes about it. But we got to find some more info on the details. And I like that they were, somewhat revealing what's going on with Half-Life Alyx. One of the big ones is that they know they're ready to be on track for the game's release. Like they have no intention to push it. So that's pretty good to hear. So from VentureBeat, Harry Baker writes, the developers of Half-Life Alyx answered questions about the game on Reddit. So to save you rummaging through the Reddit thread, we've summarized or summed up all of the responses in one place.
You don't want to go to that garbage place.
Or that AMA.
Yeah.
SDK is not releasing alongside the game. So that is if you want to break that down from that's the tool set for them
software
to
development
add
kit.
stuff to it. Okay. So like if you want to create like just other gameplay, options in that game, isn't that
I'm
what
not sure what it means in this context.
was Counter-Strike a mod on Half-Life originally? Wasn't that the whole thing? Gotcha. Well, yeah, so they explain it here. The team is not currently planning on shipping a full SDK.
Oh, so they're not releasing like a source, basically,
I see.
or a Forge or whatever it's called. I forget. Hammer editor? I don't know. I never mess with this shit.
No, I don't.
I remember in college, like they would teach game design in Hammer editor, and everyone hated it. They're like, this is the worst fucking.
It's like, are we going to use this? Or what's the deal? So the team is not currently planning on shipping a full SDK. Cool. So there's that little tidbit of news as well. But so it's finished. The developers joked that Valve time, quote unquote, a running joke about the studio's delays, happened during the pre-announcement development cycle, and the game is on track for its March release. Quote, with the exception of some tweaks to the absolute final scene, the game is done. Lots of us at Valve, as well as playtesters, have played through the entire game multiple times. Right now, we're primarily polishing and fixing bugs, which is where we'd hope to be at this point in the development cycle. We're confident we'll hit our intended release, end quote.
I mean, the fact that they've got it to that point, and that they got it to that point basically without it leaking, seems impossible to me.
There's a thing about not getting it leaked that I found interesting too.
Especially when they had a guy like sneaking into Valve and stealing computers. So.
Oh right, so apparently none of that leaked either. Yeah. So the developers also noted Half-Life Alyx is comparable in length and content to Half-Life 2. Interestingly, the Half-Life Alyx development team consists of around 80 people, which is the largest single team that has ever worked on a Valve project. So apparently they are used to small teams to work on.
Yes, they are.
Secrecy. Working on Half-Life Alyx before we announced it was pretty worrisome. I have a teenage son, and for 4 years I've refused to tell him what game I was working on because I knew he wouldn't be able to keep it to himself.
Right.
On the team, we joked that releasing the game was much less scary than announcing it, but in the end, we were very happy with how it's been received, and we're really excited to get it finished and into our hands, end quote.
That's a pretty preemptive statement, saying that releasing this game is less scary than announcing it, because you sure as fuck haven't released it yet.
They haven't, but
so
also,
that could get real scary real quick.
Nope, that's true. But also, like, they're always up against the overhype of Half-Life 3. Like, even though this isn't that, it's still anything Half-Life related from Valve.
In people's brains, this is Half-Life 3.
No, it is.
It doesn't matter that it's a prequel.
And you're right. That's a testament to, like, whatever we announce, it's going to be compared to that. So we have to make sure it's ready to go.
And what if this shit's good?
I think it's on track to be good. I need to find a way to play this game,
right.
But I think it's on track to be pretty big.
Then like the Half-Life 3 vibe, like you've just like a flame that's maybe finally begun to die a few years ago, and you're just going to relight it?
I wonder if we can fast forward, a year, 2 years. This is probably the best way for them to handle tackling Half-Life 3 is doing something that's still AAA, quadruple A in the Half-Life universe, and then springs them to go, okay, we're ready. We got everyone back on track, on board, and now we can get Gordon. Picture playing, if somehow we were able to play this game, you finish the game and there's some kind of like fast forward in time, and Gordon walks into frame, like. Let's drop the mic right there. Like now we can start getting hype for Half-Life 3 after that. Like that'd be fucking dope. So it's in their hands now to craft that that hype, but they would control the hype now, and it's
Yeah.
just a perfect way to do it.
They're never going to be able to control this hype.
Well,
Most they can do is Duke Nukem Forever it and just obliterate the hype.
that's true. Yeah. It's a mobile game, and so more from this VentureBeat article. More gameplay details videos on the way. The developers confirmed that more gameplay videos are on the way before release. These will also showcase movement options and other VR-specific elements. For me personally, I want to see more on the options with how to move because it's a VR game, so it has its own issues. The developers also confirmed that there will be a train ride in the game. Quote, it's actually illegal to ship a Half-Life game if you don't spend at least a little time riding in a train. End quote. They also talked about how classic Half-Life monsters and enemies like barnacles, headcrabs, and combine soldiers will work in VR. Quote, barnacles are a threat in VR. They don't kill you instantly. You deal with them in familiar ways, but the opportunities afforded by VR also give you new methods to use against them. End quote.
You just point your gun up. You don't even look.
That's pretty badass. And then you just drop.
Yeah.
Do like the super or the
superhero landing. It's going to do the superhero landing. Fucking called it.
Is that the boys reference there?
Well, I was going for Deadpool, but also I'm sure I
Okay.
misquoted
you're right.
it.
Yeah, you're right.
You still haven't watched The Boys yet, have you?
Nope.
You're
I
dead to
will.
me.
Kevin, there's plenty I tell you to watch. You haven't played fucking Minecraft, and you're talking about.
You're like giving me your HBO Go password, and I'm
Yeah.
still here. Like,
I
no.
have to like sit you down and watch pry your eyes open. You're like, I will not.
All
do
right,
this.
you duct tape my eyelids open. I'll watch Watchmen, and
Okay.
I'll duct tape yours. And you.
I will
watch
only recommend the
Boys.
best stuff, and Watchmen is one of them.
Okay.
But so the more
I don't know if I could get you into The Expanse though. That's like one I'd really want you to get into, but I don't know that your heart would be in it.
I wish
the
I could
Boys
watch
you would
this-
enjoy.
and I'm sure I would. I wish I could watch more TV shows while I'm sleeping. So that's the perfect time. I'm not doing anything. I'm fucking doing dick. I'm just sleeping. So if you can play
Watching
some,
these shitty movies my mind makes up,
Yeah.
and those are
they're usually terrifying. So yeah, I don't need to piss my pants in school anymore. Like I can just watch The Expanse and The Boys. But one day Facebook will they'll probably already have that technology, and I'm watching ads the whole time. But so there's more Half-Life Alex news from that AMA. Go to VentureBeat.com. Harry Baker has that summarized for you there. We have Gavin. One last thing I wanted to show you was I haven't seen this yet, but there's apparently a Tom Clancy Ghost Recon Breakpoint. It was kind of so well received. There's a Terminator ad to that game. So if you remember, the last one had Predator. This one apparently has Terminator.
all right.
So I'm gonna cue this
I kind of
up.
wish you just showed it to me and not
Well, I do want to give you a little bit, but
Yeah.
obviously I'm not gonna show you the whole thing. But
You want to give me just the tip,
just,
and then pause the trailer halfway.
but I also want to make sure you know what's happening. So I want to make sure you're involved.
Get
Get your consent there.
get your mouse, off the screen. YouTube will have no mercy.
Well, there's.
Go to the left with your mouse off. Yeah, there you go.
So we're watching the trailer here. I fucking love Terminator.
You do.
Even though a lot of them are terrible. The second one is always playing and repeating in my brain. The theme song. It looks like we just get that little tease. You know what? I think you can rent it now, and it's actually not bad.
That was a teaseriest of teasers that ever did.
Yeah,
teaser.
that was a very tease.
I also thought this guy in the background, in that picture, I thought that guy just had a massive backpack. I didn't realize it was
he's
another
carrying a
person.
human being.
Yeah. Not that guy. That guy.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Well, he's gone. You never.
Not that
existed.
anyone can see what's going on.
You should carry me on your back like that, Gavin.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting one.
Well, Gavin, that's all I have for you.
All right, let's see what I have for you. I just wrote I was gonna like keep doing a list because I'll think of shit, like I'll see it throughout the day, and I'll be like, is this gonna get brought up? And then I forget it, and then I'm like, but I wanted to talk about that.
Are these YouTube things I should pull up here? Or
You
just
can.
articles?
So, VR game came out, Walking Dead: Saints and Sinners, and apparently it's fucking good.
What is it about? I haven't heard this.
It's just sort of surviving. You happen to be in a lucky situation when the thing happened, and it's interesting from the perspective of the graphics are pretty good.
Yeah.
People, at least the review I watched of it, somebody mentioned that the art style for like the humans is different than the zombies, and that actually for kind of like helps with the storytelling a little bit for whatever reason. Walking Dead, aside from the Telltale series, Walking Dead has largely been unlucky in terms of games. They've had some
Gotcha.
really bad, especially first-person shooters. So now they've finally got a first-person shooter. It's a VR game. You know, a zombie comes at you, you can grab it by the head and slam it against the wall or whatever. Like, it's a lot more visceral. It's a lot more in your face. And it's.
I love the tracking for the gun. I
Yeah.
wonder how accurate that is.
I guess the people playing it said, I think people are finally getting good now at making it so you can move in a VR game like a regular game and not have it make you want to throw up.
Interesting.
Because I guess that's the case with this. You're fine to walk around.
You know what? There was that Walking Dead game with where you play as Norman Reedus' character. I wonder if it's the same.
Isn't that one of the terrible ones though?
Yeah, that's one of the terrible ones. I wonder if that's them getting
I doubt
better.
it.
Interesting.
God,
it looks really dope.
Yeah, right. Like, fuck, this is violent as
Oh,
shit,
gosh.
though, right?
It's like a VR Dead Island kind of thing, but still
Yeah,
really good.
I always forget how like destroyed the zombies are in this universe. But yeah, like apparently the voice acting is really good. The music's really good. Yeah, it is weird how cartoony these guys are compared to those.
I don't mind it though. It's almost like they're mixing the Telltale aspect of it with the gameplay because Telltale never really had that gameplay down.
Yeah, so Walking Dead finally gets another good game to its very small list of good games.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. They need another win.
They do for sure. It's a good property.
Yeah. So Walking Dead, another one. So there was this was announced at the Game Awards, I want to say 2 years ago, possibly 3. Darwin Project. It was a battle royale back when battle royales were piping hot. Microsoft announced their own battle royale called Darwin Project, which it's kind of weird, it's kind of wonky. I remember thinking it was kind of weird because you really only have like 2 weapons in this game. You get a snow shovel and a bow. But it's back, baby. So Microsoft is still pushing this thing. It's been popping up on Twitch lately, and it's a blast to watch. Even though you still have 2 fucking weapons.
Yeah.
Managing your heat in this universe with these blizzards is really cool. Somebody sort of can be like the master of the event that's unfolding. So like, all right, the floor is lava, so anything below this depth will do damage to you. Super low gravity. So actually watching people that are really good at this game, it's I hate to use this term, but it's almost esports quality. Like the movement is really nuts. It's fast. It's frenetic. Because people are using bows, they have to lead people properly. It's not like a gun, so it does kind of benefit from that.
So is there a lot more strategy you think because the first thing you compare it to is like a Fortnite, at least with the art style, but like is it way more strategy you'd say than a Fortnite?
I would just say it's different. Like that person's it's just different than a Fortnite, right? Because you got your PUBG, which is more realistic sense of this. You got your Call of Duties, which is cartoony. Your Fortnite, which it has that nasty gameplay that I don't like, where it's like you get shot and you instantly build a fucking 20-story tower maze. And when you're watching professionals play and that fight at the very end, where it's just this maze of building, like. Right. For someone that doesn't like that gameplay, this is pretty neat. It's got cool powers and upgrades you can get on yourself. The jetpacks, you saw the shield. I think there's stealth stuff. Watching people get these cool melee kills, like melee is a big part. It's almost a smart idea now that they've got the abilities. So you just have 2 weapons. It's your bow and your shovel. So you build your kind of abilities around it seems. Yeah. And that actually works pretty good. So it's a neat game. It's making a comeback. And you find a good stream of it. It's just an absolute blast to watch. I
have been hearing about it, that it's for me it looks a lot like Fortnite, but it seems visually, like a bit more. I like that it's a different style.
Yeah, and the gameplay is very different though. Like you can't go from Fortnite right to this and be like, oh, I get it. You're fucking wrong. And even the world kind of shuts up, so you can see that map right there. So there's that. How many zones is that? Like 8. 6, 7. There's 7 zones. Okay. You can see in the bottom left of the map. And they kind of shut off one by one, which is a little bit more akin to the original Battle Royale movie, where it sort of shuts off a zone. So that's sort of neat. The person who's hosting this or commenting on it can kind of pick stuff and do all those stuff.
Yeah.
It's just neat. It's fun to watch. So this thing that I was sure was dead in the water when it stopped getting views very early on is all of a sudden very not dead in the water. It's fun to watch.
Now they're also smaller. It's a battle royale, but it's like 10 people, right? It's like a small group.
I think it is smaller.
Yeah. which is a good benefit because you're spending so much time like crafting and stuff and not finding a person, and then then you're dead so quick. I like that these seem like longer longer interactions with other players.
Yeah, and I think crafting is a bit more part of it, but at the same time, so crafting is a bigger part of it, and survival, like you versus the world, is also a bigger part of it. So that's sort of neat.
So you mentioned the heat aspect, or having to manage that.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah,
nice. You think you'll be playing any of those?
No.
Gotcha.
I saw when I was watching it, I saw some of the world's best playing, and I'm like, fuck that. I know that's not going to be, like when I see the world's best, Fortnite players, and I'm just like, well, also fuck that.
Yeah.
But
anytime world's best, you're not.
Yeah, I'm sure this is also pretty movement heavy. Nice. But yeah, it's good to see something like that. I'd almost try it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost.
No, I do want to get. Is it free to play as well?
I think so.
Ooh,
I don't know.
Less barrier is the better. So
get it for free on your Microsoft on your Game Pass.
Oh, is it?
It's probably free to begin with.
I would hope so. I think if you're coming up, you're going against something like a Fortnite, you got to be free to play.
Yeah.
But I think it's console too. But
I know I saw it on Steam. Maybe that's why I kind of made a quick comeback. Like, hey, we're on Steam now. Okay. So maybe that was a little bit of it.
Gotcha. Did Fortnite ever release on Steam, or was it always
No, it was always Epic Launcher.
Epic thing? Gotcha.
Yeah, even on I think mobile, like they have their own.
Oh,
thing.
You're right.
Yeah. They want to control that marketplace, which is smart.
Yeah, no, it's smart for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome, Gavin. Yeah, we'll end it there.
Darwinium. My God, harvest that.
Oh, that's the material, right? Yeah, that's a great name. It's like adamantium. Gavin, we'll end it there this week. Where can they find you online?
You can find me on Twitter at DrunkDevs.
Awesome. You can find us at Plastic Heart Pod on Twitter as well. That is it for us this week. We will see you next week. Bye-bye. We got a little song I can play for you.